All right, gang, welcome to the WWE Weekend in Review. We're going to start out with Raw, coming from Corpus Christi, Texas, June 17th, 2024. All right, everybody's surprised, Seth Rollins opens the show. He's back. Talks about how he wants to be the best, and to be the best, he has to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Dean Priest interrupts him and then tells him, basically, if he wants a shot at the title, he can have it. Basically challenges him to a title match at Money in the Bank, and Seth accepts. So we got that going for us. Adam Pearce is backstage. Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy interrupt. Tells him he feels like he deserves another Intercontinental title shot. He tells him he's got to go to the back of the line. So he's like, all right, whatever, well, give me an opponent. So he said, all right, who, you don't care who it is? He's like, no. Next up, we have Chad Gable. He's waiting for his opponent, and it's Braun Strowman. Not a good deal. Long story short, Braun Strowman wins. The Chad Gable calls the Alpha Academy into the ring. And he tells Maxine to leave. He takes her crutch, throws her crutch over the top rope, and he turns around, smacks Tozawa. Otis having none of this, shoves him down. And then he walks off. He grabs helps both of them, Maxine and Tozawa, to the back. Then we got the Judgment Day backstage with Carlito. Dom is looking for his vest. Cannot find his cow vest. Priest asked Finn Balor why he took the key, the room key, and he said it was to keep it from Dominic. Asked why he's been acting so strange lately. Wishes him good luck in the Money in the Bank. Tells him he's going to go, if he wins Money in the Bank, he's cashing it in. Hesitates, and then it says against Cody. Then we have the Women's Money in the Bank qualifier. Io Sky versus Women's Money in the Bank qualifier. We have Io Sky versus Zelina Vega versus Kiana James. Io Sky wins. While Liv comes out, distracts Zelina, and then Io ends up getting the win over Kiana James. Io is your Money in the Bank qualifier winner. Shit. One Meltzer. Wasn't a good match. One. Then Sami comes to the ring. Sami Zayn comes to the ring. He cuts a promo. Talks about how he beat Chad Gable, this and that. Braun Breaker interrupts. Tells him he deserves a shot at the Intercontinental title, and he wants it. And then Sheamus comes out and tells him he needs to get the back of the fucking line. He's just a hot new thing. So Sami, I guess, is making matches now. Tells him he's going to talk to Adam Pearce, and whoever wins that, I guess, is going to face Sami Zayn whenever. Dragon Lee versus Carlito. Liv comes out in the Dom's vest. He distracts. She comes out, and then Zelina Vega comes and starts fighting her, and then LWO and the Judgment Day start fighting. JD ends up interfering for Carlito. Carlito gets the win. Two Meltzers. Just two. Drew McIntyre goes in the ring. Basically says he's quitting and leaves. Adam Pearce is trying to stop him. The Triple H come back from break, and Triple H, he tells Triple H he's done, and he walks out. It's a good opportunity for them to really do something with their, with the other wrestling companies. Have him show up at TNA, and then have him do some shit there. Make it seem like he's really out of the WWE. With Sheamus versus Braun Breaker, decent match. Sheamus has got the upper hand towards the end of the match. I'm not sure. And then Louis Kaiser comes out of nowhere and slams his knee into the ring post. And then he's beating on him, and then Braun Breaker comes out and stops it. And then there's Braun Breaker gets disqualified, I guess. Then Kaiser he knocks Kaiser over the ring barrier, and I guess Kaiser hid until he left, and then he started beating on Sheamus again, and he's gonna run into Sheamus's knee, and then Braun Breaker comes around and spears him. They keep trying to show off Braun Breaker a lot, which I get it, but let's not give him too much too fast. Won't ruin him. He needs to learn, you know what I mean? He's still got a long way to go, in my opinion. I don't think I don't think he deserves to beat Sami Zayn for anything. I'll tell you that much. 3 Meltzers. 3. Next, backstage, we see Dom. He's looking for his vest. He sees Liv. She tells him he has to take it off of her. He starts unzipping it, and Damian Priest asks him what he's doing. And that's a whole thing. Then we had the men's Money in the Bank qualifier. Ray versus Jey Uso versus Finn Balor. Jey ends up winning. It's a decent match. I give it 3.5 Meltzers. Jey wins with a splash after Finn hits the coup de grace. AD and Carlito interfere, and then Braun Strowman's music hits, and he chases them off, and then ensues. Long story. Dom interferes, costs Ray the match, and that's when we get to where we got to, and that's it. Then the Wyatt 6, that was a little weird. Like, he comes that they're in the backstage is all fucked up, and they show Chad Gable all fucked up. I don't know whether this is just in some weird shit or this is some other things that we're writing Chad Gable off TV, or it means nothing. I don't fucking know. He lifts the lantern up and says, "We're here," and blows it out. It's not a big of a deal as they're making it out to seem. It is what it is. All right, gang. Next, we have NXT this week. It's on Tuesday, July 18th, 2024. We start out with the number 1 contenders battle royal for the NXT title. Show a couple people coming in, Javion Evans, and then Ethan Page, and then the lights dim, and we hear, "I believe in Joe Hendry." Joe Hendry shows up, cuts a promo, tells everybody how he's going to kick everybody's ass. Finally gets in the ring, and then Oro Mensah attacks Ethan Page. They brawl out of the ring, like through the ropes. And then everybody gangs up on Joe Hendry. Ironically, or not so ironically, actually, Frankie Kazarian ends up eliminating him. Decent battle royal. The last 4 were Javon Evans, Frankie Kazarian, Dragon Lee, and Shawn Spears. It came down to Javon Evans and Shawn Spears. Javon Evans won. I think they should let Kazarian win. Personally, I think it would have made more sense. Would have been a good person to put over Trick Williams over. Whatever. 2 Meltzers. 2 is decent. Okay, battle royal. Nothing to write home about. Next we have a triple threat match. Tag team match. Javon Evans and Ava Rainer talking backstage, and Ethan Page comes in and says how he's still in the battle royal, this and that, and then he challenges him. Javon Evans challenges Ethan Page to a match, like I guess to be the main event. Ethan Page accepts for the NXT Women's North America Championship. Kalani Jordan defends against Mi Chin. Mi Chin now just being the heel. And the Good Brothers come down. Nothing really much happens there. Good Brothers are there in this tag team, which they said it, I don't know who the fuck it was. Come down. There's a distraction. Jada Parker comes down, pushes Mi Chin off the top rope. Kalani Jordan apparently doesn't see it. Who cares? If she hits her with a moonsault, wins. It was okay. 2 Meltzers. 2. Ethan Page interview. Not bad. Obafemi comes to the ring, cuts a promo, and then Wesley comes out and basically he's challenging him one-on-one. Yeah, we'll see. I like Obafemi. Seems pretty good so far. We'll see how well they develop him. He's green, but I don't know. I think he's got something. Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. Decent match. Pretty good match. Ethan Page wins with the ego's edge. He was working on his ribs the whole match. Good match. I thought Ethan Page looked good. Javon Evans, he flies around. We'll see. He can sell. I'll give him that. He was selling the ribs pretty good. It was okay. Wasn't bad. Joe Hendry was the highlight was the very beginning. Honestly. was an okay show. 2 Meltzers. 2. Okay, let's talk about SmackDown now. June 21st, 2024, in Chicago, Illinois. It starts out, CM Punk comes out. He cuts promo on Drew McIntyre, talking about how hard it is to, defending your city and winning big in your city, this and that, your country. Paul Heyman comes out, interrupts. Then Solo and the Girls of Destiny come out. They're about to attack CM Punk. Cody comes out with a baseball bat for him and one for CM Punk, and then they go about their merry way. Now, Cody challenges Solo to a match later in the night. Next, we have Bianca and Jade talking backstage, looking fine. Women's Money in the Bank qualifier, Michin versus Bianca Belair versus Chelsea Green. And Chelsea Green, with the smart move, picks up the win. I give it 4 Meltzers. 4. Give it up. Give it to somebody different. Let's not put, I don't know, let's mix it up. Let's move somebody up that can actually handle the Money in the Banks, so to speak, and need an opportunity. And we see Cody backstage with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. They're both questioning him, saying he wants to, handle it alone. Said, nah, he's got it. DIY and Grayson Waller are backstage arguing, and then they hear next to a big door, arena door, and they hear some thumps. Arena door goes up. Bloody CM Punk's laying there, and you see Drew McIntyre standing there. Drew McIntyre picks him up like a fireman's carry, carries him to the stage, and then dumps him. Nikki Aldis comes out and gets in fucking Drew McIntyre's face. They shove each other. Next thing we see, cut the commercial, then next thing we see is CM Punk getting loaded into the ambulance, and of course the obligatory, somebody's got to smack the ambulance for some fucking reason. Men's Money in the Bank qualifier, Tama Tonga versus Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes. Another one of these where something happens. Tonga Loa comes out. He gets on the apron. Kevin Owens starts fighting him. Randy's distracted. And Carmelo Hayes rolls him up for a pin. 3 Meltzers. 3. LA Knight comes to the ring, cuts a promo on Logan Paul, says Logan Paul's supposed to be there. Then Santos Escobar comes out, interrupts him. They end up tussling, and he gets a BFT for his troubles. Logan Paul then starts running his mouth again, and Logan Paul jumps him from behind, throws him into the ring post shoulder first, and then hits him with a right hand. Another Men's Money in the Bank qualifier. Kevin Owens versus Andrade versus Grayson Waller. The Girls of Destiny jump Kevin Owens on the stage on his way to the ring. Randy Orton comes out with a chair and chases them off. Long story short, Andrade picks up the victory. Andrade qualifies for Money in the Bank. 3 1/2 Meltzers. Michin's talking to Tiffany Stratton backstage. She smacks Tiffany Stratton, and all of a sudden she gets bum rushed by fucking Nia Jax, and then they walk off. Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton walk off together. Paul Heyman talking to Solo backstage. He tells him that Roman's not coming back, which is news to anybody, but whatever. Short match. Girls of Destiny attack Cody. Then Randy Orton and Kevin Owens come out to even the odds, and they're brawling, and then they knock the Girls of Destiny out, and all 3 of them have Solo cornered, and he starts laughing, and Jacob Fatu comes out, debuts, and beats the shit out of everybody. Then he puts Cody on the announce table and does a splash off the top rope. And that's how and then they hug, and then the bloodline, the new bloodline, does the acknowledging thing. It was a good SmackDown. I liked it. All right, gang. If you like the videos, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when we're posting this. Thank you for always watching Big T's wrestling reviews, recaps, and what have you. And have a good night.